Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MGS Coaching Football. My background is my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our dog family blitzes, which is what we call our free dog, which means if nothing else changed, meaning the offense didn't change formation, therefore changing the pass strength. Okay, this would be the way it is. Even if, see, now here's the key. Even if pass strengths were to change, which it's not going to in this demonstration, since it's named by a position free, the free in red blitzes no matter what. Okay. So, since it is designated by the position, the free safety is the blitzer no matter what happens. Okay? I have to reiterate that. If you see any of my blitz playlists, that's consistent. All right? And then we do that for simplicity. So, this is designated, it's the freeze dog. So, the freeze is going to execute. All right. Sorry, it might seem like I'm overemphasizing the point, but if you haven't seen any of the playlist, I think it probably needs to be. All right, that's all. Pretty simple. So, in our dog family, I'm going to go over here first. Our basic dogs, 4 off a side. 1, the blue is part of the blitz. It's the inside linebacker on the call side. Okay, but he's secondary. And then the 2 defensive linemen directly involved are in green. So there's your 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all off the same side. It is technically a 5-man pressure, the 5th being the opposite defensive end. Case of pass, all 5 are rushing the quarterback. Okay, that's what makes it a 5-man pressure. So, simplistically, we designate the free as the dog. Okay, so what the dog means, okay, it's a D crash. So, this is the simplicity part. D dog, D crash. Okay, and when you are D crash, your aiming point is the deepest point landmark in the backfield, the deepest hip, we say. So in this pistol, it's the hip of the running back. If the back were offset here, it would be the hip of the quarterback. Okay, so that's the aiming point. It may not necessarily look like it. I get that. This isn't the easiest platform to use sometimes. Okay, so the free makes the lucky Ringo. So this is a Ringo. The free safety, because you're a D crasher, that means if the play is away from you, you got boot. So that means you're assigned to the quarterback. You're not bending and chasing. You're playing for the quarterback to come back to you. Boot. Be boot, be back to, right? And then you have contain on pass, and I'll get to this dash line in a second, and force on the run. Okay, so therefore it is sky support. Okay. So what I'm going to stick with the free safety for a minute. The free safety, the reason this dash line is here, if let's just say it's a speed option, the back's the pitch, he's got to peel off, take the pitch. It is sky support after all. If it is a pass, but the running back is flaring, you got to peel off with the flare. Okay. If the back goes the other way on pass, well, then you stay straight for the Q. Right? As you can see, we've got a linebacker hot, and I'll get to him in due time. Okay? So that is it. The last coaching for the free, the last coaching point here, though, is huge, the screw down timing. All right? There are lots of snap indicators. You have to determine each week what is the snap indicator and then teach it to your kids and practice the daylights out of it. You got to insist every rep in practice replicates the snap indicator. Whether it's the hand, whether it's lifting the foot, whether it's the hands come up, whether it's a clap, whether it's a fake clap. There are all kinds of things. You got to look for them. Okay, the center looks behind his legs, and then when he lifts his head, the ball is snap, right? Those are all the things. So that's what goes into timing it up. And then we say worst case scenario, if they like freeze it or something else happens that the timing's not right, your aiming point is the heels of your DN, so you're never offsides. If he can be taking off when the ball snapped and he's at the heels of the DN, we feel good about it. Okay, but give your kid, whoever it is, a 23-year-old, senior in college or a freshman in high school, give them a tangible landmark to go by. Okay, so they don't play tentative. To play fast, you got to eliminate all mental obstacles. Okay, so we say heels of your DN. Now, to the C-scrape linebacker here in blue, it's always the inside linebacker on the side of the call. So it's Ringo. In this case, it's the backer. Okay, what's meant by C-scrape and why there are two dash lines. On the snap of the football, he is literally arcing as if he were scraping as a 51 technique into the C gap. His aiming point, again, give him tangible aiming points, is the outside of the tackle, tight. Okay, tight. So on a pass, you call this usually a passing situation, although it can be used against the RPO scheme. On a pass, if the tackle turns outside, which they often do, then you're inside, okay, butt side into the B gap. If the tackle turns inside to block the pinching defensive end, then you stay outside. Okay? And so why we feel good about allowing the free safety to peel, if it were speed option, your backer is a quarterback defender. If it is pass, now your backer is after the quarterback, rushing him. So we feel pretty good that way. And then the nose and the defensive end call side, okay, they're using a slant technique, which is they're stepping at the near hip of the guard and then penetrating up the field, okay, reacting to the guard. So it's not necessarily a butt side, as you don't see that anywhere. He is getting up into the B gap hard. He is getting up A gap to the call hard. And we're 4 off the side, that's tough on a protection. Okay, that's very difficult, especially a one back. Okay. And that is a free dog. So again, if nothing changes, freeze running it. If the two were to motion over, so now it checks to a Liz. See my 3-4 base playlist. It's still the free safety because we've designated it's a free dog. It's nobody else's. It's the freeze. Okay. And the last coaching point I want to make, because if you have any questions about trio, please see my Zone Blitz coverage playlist, is the way we take care of the running back. I mentioned earlier, he has running back 2 in a pass, right? He has boot, run away. On a pass, if the back comes over here, that is what is meant by hot running back 2. So the Mike has the back to him. If the back goes away from him, he's mirroring the quarterback. So that is technically 6 now, 5 rushing with a sixth person spying the quarterback. So this is a great also in a medium yardage against a quarterback who's pretty good at avoiding the rush, even if they're not really fast, but they can avoid, keep the play alive, manage to find a way like Tom Brady has done his entire career, right? So that's what that's all about. Okay. As always, please, any questions, reach out to me at Coach MJ Sullivan at gmail.com, and I could talk football all day.